Hello and welcome back to my channel. Back outside. It is around 4 degrees and very cold wind today, but hey, it is worth it coming out here. It's peaceful. I do want to go out somewhere in town, paint some urban landscapes. Just gonna wait probably maybe until next week. It's supposed to be a little bit warmer and maybe sunnier. So today I thought I'm gonna paint this tree, the main character, and then I like the curvature of this little one there. Some crown and see how much of these back trees I put in there. Maybe just have some more sky. There is no sun, so the values are gonna be quite closer together. This side here, somewhat darker than this side. You can see the cast shadow there. So there is some, I like the grass bit there as well. So there is something to play with here, even though it's not a sunny day. And here's my setup. As usual, titanium white, Naples Yellow Light, cadmium yellow light, yellow ochre. This is spiral red. Just thought though I have it, so might as well use it. Today I have Alizarin crimson, raw umber, Viridian. This one is really like this color. I'm doing an urban landscape and there is some color there, so I still have left from my palette from yesterday. That is Emerald Green by Michael Hardin. King's Blue Deep. This is Cerulean. It's quite an expensive paint, so I don't use it as much. Ultramarine Blue. This is the same color here that we just bit dry there, which is bluish violet, and Ivory Black. And my medium is Gamblin Solvent gel. We're done. Just a quick sketch here. That's the main tree. That's the this one over there. That's the cast shadow there, and some grass. I will not put all these little twigs and branches at the back in. I'll just probably do I'll start with this is Jackson's Hawk bristle brush, size 1. For landscapes I tend to use more bristle brushes. They are rougher. And I just use raw umber and Alizarin crimson mixed together. Now, since there is no sun today, the cast shadows are gonna be very warm. If there would be sun out, I would add some violet and maybe some blue in there. And for the distant one, I do add a little bit some violet just to push it back some more. That's too blue. And now I am comparing the values of, for example, this area. This is just the darkest bit. I probably, well, for sure I will come over, just lighten it up a little bit, and then I'm just comparing these two values here and this one here. So this part is darker than that, and because here is you have cast shadow here as well, which it is still some lighter than this bit here, but that and that there's a huge well, not huge. There is a value difference there, so that needs to be lighter and that darker. And then this bit here is even lighter. And as it goes more to the distance, I will add just a touch of King's Blue and lighten it up, so you can see that the crown plane is going further away from our visions, just to push it back some more. And that's this sort of just our base layer here, which we will work on top, obviously. As much or a little, that depends on each artist, how much detail now they want to add. And now we need to decide where is our I don't say horizon line, because horizon line is always your eye level where you stand. So if we bring it out here, my eye level is just about the distant road, so it would be somewhere around here. Around here, let's say. Because there is a hill that goes up. So yeah, don't confuse the horizon level of the last bit of land that you can see. It's very, very different. The horizon level is always on your eye level, and since we are focused more on the crown plane, the horizon level is gonna be higher, because I'm looking down on my this one is Silver Cranbrix Filbert. It's also natural bristle brush size 2. The problem with crane is, like, I normally like to use one or two brushes for the whole painting, but the crane is just, it can be just hard to get the brush clean later on to come in with the distant sky and just a little bit of some branches there at the back. So as always, for my base color when mixing green, I use the Viridian. Add some black to it, some blue, yellow ochre. It is very much sort of very bright green. Actually, it's very green, but there's no sun. It's darker on the front here and more vibrant. And there's some bits there. Of going there. And then for distance, need to add some white. I just thought I'm gonna use some emerald, but oh my, that is way too vibrant. Yeah, I need to add some yellow. Okay, that's probably not the color is gonna stay. So the emerald green is a beautiful color. It's great for our nighttime urban landscapes, which is pretty much the only time I use it, because that is just so vibrant. And just again, reminder, I do not paint alla prima when I do plein air paintings, so I'm not looking to have everything super polished and finished, sort of, which I know a lot of artists do. They sort of make it look like they work by areas and they make it look very polished, almost like it's finished painting already, which I don't do. I've never done that. So I'm just pressing the paint into the canvas here, just making sure that there are no lumps or bumps, just 'cause that is just my base layer and I want everything to be very, very smooth. And I'm gonna do like probably 2 more layers on top of that. Once the first layer is dry, come in with the second one, refining all the values, colors, and bringing in some detail. And then the third one is the very last one, where I add as much detail as I feel like I want to add. But again, landscape paintings, I don't like to add too much, so that green is not gonna stay as bright. I'm gonna come over with that. Now I'm gonna take back the first brush I had. There's a lot going on. There's all sorts of twigs, some more grass at the back. Then I see the path. That's the path that go in, which is probably I'm gonna actually put that in. It is to some raw umber, yellow ochre, maybe some Naples yellow. So it is very light value but low chroma, so you don't want to come across like looks like the sun is out and sort of goes in angle. So we start from there, and then you can just sort of run across this area. There's a lot going on. Bring some more green and mix actually. What I need to do is I need to kill the chroma but make it lighter value. So it is just under the path there. Some there. Sort of twigs and bushes with no leaves since it's winter. So now we're gonna add raw umber white and bluish violet. But the value needs to be very, very light. But low chroma. Low chroma means that how bright the color is. So chroma we would always add more on the nearer you what's closest to you. And as it goes to distance, since your eye cannot really pick up that much detail, don't add too much yellow ochre. Okay. Again, this is just rough mapping of this tree. I've seen this tree a little bit more, some more green in there. It's probably just a reflection. Oh, I'm so cold. I don't think I can go much longer. I can't feel my fingers. The wind is brutal from the sea. Okay, think I'm just gonna leave it like this because I can't feel my fingers. So it's really, really, really cold. Yeah, it's only like a few degrees outside, and wind coming, it's so cold. I will definitely otherwise get everything covered for the first layer and come back for the second. But it's not worth risking of getting sick and then being home in bed for a week. I would rather go warm up and come back another day. So this is now 2 days later. Still very cold, but not as windy as it was last time. So yeah, I'm hoping to get somewhat advanced with this one. So last time I think I was working on this branch there and I forgot to clean my brushes, so they've been 2 days. They have been 2 days in my bag. Who else forgets to clean their brushes after Plein Air? And I'm desperate in need of new solvent. Oh, today I've added Cad Red Light next to Pyrol, because I wasn't sure if the Pyrol is dried out or not. Oh, transparent red oxide. It's not. It's earthy red, I would say, on the ground here. So just thought that I'll just use some of that since I have it. I know some artists who like to actually tone the canvas with transparent oxide red and sort of wipe it off with a rag or paper towel. It gives this nice glow. I do that sometimes. But then again, it's nothing like just pure white canvas to start your painting. And under the tree branches, we get very little light, so I'm just going with the darker value on the very edge here. I was just thinking yesterday when I was going through my Instagram, and I was just looking some of the artwork that's been posted there, and I was just trying to decide what do I like about some of the artists' works and what I don't like and why. The big question is always why, of course. So I found that I like more sort of minimalist approach to paintings. Sort of have like busier sections where you have more going on, more colors, more values, more detail, and then have more quieter areas. Not everything is so busy. There are some artists that like the whole painting is really busy, so there's really no distinct that one area that you want to focus on. Everything is just too much, like the sky and the land or the sea, or if it's a city painting, it's just too much of everything. And I just find myself I don't really want to spend more time really studying those paintings. And I've never really thought about it. I know they keep saying about focal point, should have focal point, but then what about the rest of the painting? Like how much detail should you put? And I'm very slow painter. I paint quite slowly, and that's alright. don't need to paint fast and rush it, even when you're outside painting. I know I say when I come here. Sometimes I'm like, oh, I need to hurry up. The tide is coming in, or it's about to rain, or it's very cold, I have to hurry up. But that is normally the initial, just getting your canvas or panel, whatever you're painting on, covered. And if you can go back, or if you like to paint at a prima, then go for it. And the light is always changing. It's very tricky, especially with sunlight when it's sunny day, because everything is just shifting and moving. It is good practice to paint faster. Yes, it is true. But normally what happens if you paint fast is it comes up looking, yeah, very loose, and some artists like it. I personally don't really like my plein air paintings that much because they're very, very loose, and I don't have experience enough yet to get them to a stage that I can say I'm really happy with them. Oh, that's too dark. Okay. But you know, hopefully one day, just keep coming out, keep showing up, keep practicing, and hopefully one day. So it basically goes like that. That's what I'm seeing from here. And then it goes even lighter. That comes out behind this curve. It needs to be even lighter. And then it gets darker again up there. And lighter, these are more violet, so grayish white violet color up there. And also on this side. Don't really ask about my color mixing on the palette. It is very chaotic. It doesn't even make sense to myself, to be honest. I don't really think about where I mix my color, like there's no organization. Like some artists, they like to pre-mix before they start painting, sort of their basic values and colors. They say it will speed up the painting. I don't like to do that, and I don't really think about while I'm mixing. I'm looking at my subject, and yeah, I don't really think that much why I'm mixing and where. It just try not to try not to overwork it too much. And you could spend hours on this because there's just so many different values and colors here. So this is like the darkest bit. Then we have the middle part, which is sort of medium value, and then this side, which is the lightest, and that sort of will give the rounded shape to the tree. That yellow ochre, again, I've used some other yellow ochres and they are not as I would say pigmented as the Michael Hardy one. So if you're used to some cheaper or even like other quality yellow ochres, I'm going over the Michael Hardy one, you just have to be careful. It takes a little bit to get used to. One thing I still need to approve of is mixing more paint and using more paint. Oh, there's just a little bit sun breaking through now through the trees. If the sun comes out, oh, my whole scene is gonna change again. But I'm sticking to the overcast. That's the weather in UK. Just never know. When I woke up this morning, I checked the weather. It said it was raining the whole day. No joke. And now come here, it's not raining. So that is again the same number one hog price projections. That's a landscape. So you don't need to have perfectly straight, smooth edges like for example for urban, and that is fine linen. And if you have the paint thick enough, going over where you already have paint underneath, you can get very sharp lines because it's stiff. Whereas if you go in with trees is such a fascinating subject to paint. My favorite tree is actually the tree that I'm painting now. Pine cones on it. I really like this like cracks on the bark. I mean, you could spend literally hours and hours painting it. You see now the paint is wet, so can't really get sharp lines. So I just do like few darker bits here, but you really want to come over when this is dried. And once you come in with your second layer, or if you do Ultramarine, you also don't want to blend it too much because it is a tree, it has a lot of texture in it. Okay. Just using the same paint. So yeah, where I'm standing, that little path there, it comes up to this branch here. And then you have like distant trees there and the little sky. and it's much lighter value than the edge of that, and even lighter value than this side. So let's try to do that, starting off with lots of white, a little bit of, okay, I'm gonna use a little bit of solvent for that. So I'm just gonna go on top of the road. Then you just wanna, like, it comes down here, goes a little bit up here. You don't want to do it all the same sort of height. Okay, but that's just like the base color of it. And for the sky, you normally want to use clean brush. Okay, so I have the Ditch Rosemary Co. 3/8 inch, and that's the dagger, which is also natural bristle. It is a little bit too big probably. Anyway, dipping in solvent, just again every time I go over bare canvas when there's no paint, I no, I go try to find a little spot here. Just gonna clean that. So white is very light gray, so I'm just adding a little bit of cerulean and raw umber, so it's not pure white. No, that's too blue. The problem is making it too blue. It's gonna look like it's sunny outside. So just want to be careful with that. I think the brush is a little too big for the area that I have to color. And the tip of it moves too much, just go in there between the branches. But I need different brush to go around the branches. Now that brush, on the other hand, will be good to go in the bottom of the tree line and sort of make it darker. Or not. It's really not wanting to work with me here. Now that is just the back of the tree line. There's obviously a lot going over, which I will add that a little bit later. Get the Ivory long flat size 3 synthetic bristle, that's the one I want to say. 4. So I dipped in just the edge of the brush into solvent to make the paint runnier. Again, with the cold weather, the paint stiffens up. Need some more paint. I'm just mixing again some white, touch of amber, just a tiniest amount of cerulean, and the bluish violet. And then if I see it goes too dark, I add more white. So you see it's pretty much the same value. Sky halls. Now I am coming in with lighter paint, especially if the paint underneath is wet. Oh, and it's so cold. Your fingers are frozen. You just want to get it done fast. Yeah, I'm so cold. I'm just warming up my fingers a little bit. It's such a peaceful spot here. Cranes in general are very, I would say, one of the most difficult colors to mix. There we go. Some more white. Get the it sort of goes just around there, around this tree, all the way down there. Still using the exact same crayon, just adding little dips and dabs here and there. I wish the weather was a little bit warmer. Now I have the darker one, just add a little bit more blue in there. Some more blue. And that would be like the just a darker, the darkest part, and then I'm gonna need like medium value there. And now I'm gonna go in with more white. And then for the foreground, so that is the transparent oxide red. It's very earthy color, so I'm mixing in some raw umber and some violet bluish. The pigmentation is quite high. So what I've been doing here is just looking at the values between this tree and this tree in the ground, and just that edge there and here. Obviously that needs to be, I need to go over that as well. So I got a little bit more advanced with this area here and the relationship between these two trees and the ground and the darker bit, and a little bit yeah, some more closer values, and here the grassy bit of the plants, little leaves, I don't know what I'm saying. So yeah, this is what I've got today. This makes it so much easier. Yeah, I'm trying. Hope I'm not blocking the view. Put my head down. I'm just gonna mix pile of paint is quite thick. Again, it's cold outside. So I use yellow ochre, some titanium white, and some raw amber. Just mix a little bit of darker, sort of medium value, and a lighter one, and then I can just dip in my brush, depending on exactly what I need. And that's going to be 4. It's broken 3 branches here. Another one. It's up there, but I think I should top it down, or not? It's good there. I'm bringing this green in on some of these branches. Sometimes the color mixing can be trial and error. You see a color and you're like, how to mix that? And you just play around with different colors, or different, I don't know, should I call them pigments or colors? What would be easier for you? So what I'm trying to mix now is that tree at the back there. It's actually very light. Not that light. also this paint what I did last time when I was pretty much dry. It's not like completely dry, but it's dry enough to go over. Some black and bluish violet, some raw umber, so that is sort of greenish gray that I see at the back there, just to make them look somewhat different. They don't all look the same. Ochre. There is a lot going on there. Just randomly indicating some of these dead branches and twigs, whatever you want to call them. And some of them are bright greenish gray, so let's mix that up. Add more green in there. So that is now dry brush technique. Have cleaned the brush now in a solvent. Reason for that is there's little dried bits of grass, which is best to do with sort of wet paint. Wet or dry paint. The brush is probably too thick. I don't have any thin one with me. Let's remember this is plein air painting, and it doesn't have to look like very polished finished painting. You can sign in with the viral red.